Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You may be asking, Sarah, why are you sitting on your floor? I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like it. Today's video is going to be filmed from the floor, but that's okay because you're not even going to be watching me speak. You'll be seeing my computer screen, so I feel like it's fine. Today's video, as you can see, is a tier ranking video. These are so fun. I like just speaking my opinions on things. Clearly, at this point, we know that. I think this one is going to be one of my favorite tier rankings. I think I've only tier ranked one other thing, so not much to compare it to, but I think this is gonna be really fun because this is tier ranking book boyfriends. I've seen a few of these. I know Destiny has done one, Allie Good has done one, and I loved both of those videos. I think it's so fun because everyone has a different taste in books, obviously, but the book boyfriends and the male characters in these romance books are so different, and I feel like have their own personalities, even though they're fictional. It's just so... I feel like I could go off of these as if they were real men, base them off of what I've read. I will say that after reading so many books and so many romance books, I kind of forget who's who and like specific points in the book, but I know some of them stand out to me because I loved that book and loved those characters. So going through these lists of people, I just have the names of all of the book boyfriends. I don't have their pictures or anything. Obviously not their pictures, but like the picture of the book cover. So like I might have to look some up because I forgot some of them. I am a visual learner. Reading some of these names, I might be a little confused. We're going off of what I remember these book boyfriends and these male characters being in these books and how I felt about these characters after reading each book, because I feel like during reading it I have such a different perception of the characters than afterwards, like all these months later after reading some of these books, because some of them haven't been like too recent. So it's just gonna be all from some kind of memory I have. I don't have the best memory, but I know the essence of the characters and kind of like what they're about. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully all that made sense. I made a tier ranking that we're gonna get into in 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. I asked you guys for your favorite book boyfriend. So I have all of these from you guys, and I included the ones that I've already read so that we're not talking about people that I don't know about, or book people that I don't know about. But before we get started, I want to thank today's sponsor, which is Upside. I have talked about them on this channel before. I have the Upside app on my phone. Let me get it up. I've been using it for quite a while now. It's one of my favorite apps in the entire world because it is so helpful. So basically they offset inflation prices by giving you cash back on purchases, which is so amazing because everything is so expensive right now. Gas prices, food prices, literally just getting my coffees every day adds up. And Upside helps you with that like tremendously, which is so amazing. If we're trying to save money, we can make money. On the app, it sees your location and it gives you offers that are nearby, like restaurants, gas places, and when you shop there or get gas somewhere, you can get, say, 5% cash back, 6% cash back, whatever that restaurant or that gas station or whatever has, which is so amazing because it all adds up. You get the money back. I personally use it at the gas stations because probably like a lot of other people hate getting gas. So I love to see the ones that are near me, check how much they have cash back, what percentage it is. I get my money back. I have it in this app. So to get started, just download the Upside app in the App Store or Google Play. It is completely free, and use my code Curly to get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. And then once you have the app, you can claim the offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. You check in at the business, pay as usual with your debit, your credit card, and get paid. And then in comparison to credit card rewards or loyalty programs, you can get 3 times more cash back on Upside. And the best part is that you can cash out at any time for what you make on the Upside app, and you can cash out to PayPal, your bank account, or even an e-gift card to like Amazon or something. Upside users are earning more than $1 million every week. Honestly, that's probably why they have such a high rating, like 4.8 stars on the App Store. Highly recommend downloading. It's so easy to use. You literally get free money from shopping places. Don't forget to use my code. All this information is down in the description. Highly recommend, especially if you're a big shopper like me, getting your nails done, getting coffees every day. It's worth it. Back into the video, let's talk about these book boyfriends. I'm sorry about the lighting. It's kind of like later in the day that I'm filming this. It's like 5 p.m, but we're just having to roll with it. I'm gonna chill back here and let's talk about these book boyfriends. Okay, let's start with my tier ranks. Let's start from the top to the bottom. Top till death do us part. This is literally the book boyfriends that are perfect to me and that I wish were real because I think that they're perfect. Then underneath is Put Me In. Basically, Put Me In as the main character. Enough said. Underneath that is potential. The potential for me to want to be the main character, potential to be marriage material, but not in my eyes. They're not there, but I can see the potential. You know, give me another book with them. It could happen. Not my type. Could be someone else's. It's probably a popular book boyfriend, probably in a popular book, a fan favorite, but not mine. Not my type, but probably someone else's. Then it's bland vibe. That's just... I don't see the hype. I think they're bland. I don't want to talk to them. Could be cute, but like not for me. I don't really care. And then the author needs therapy. I don't know if we have any here for author needs therapy. I forgot to add the one character that I think author needs therapy, which is from Twisted Love. Alex is his name. Whoever Twisted Love main guy character is. I'm looking it up actually. Ava and Alex. So Alex is the boy. therapy. No one gave his name in. Actually, I only looked at like the first 20 minutes of the responses, so he was possibly in there now, but no one said him at first, so that was surprising because I know that series is like popular. Anyway, let's get into this. Starting off strong, Crew Lancaster. I'm pretty sure he's like 18, which if we're putting him in like real world my shoes, he's way too young, but I love him. In the beginning, I hated him because I thought that he was a little too, like his thoughts about Ren were kind of weird. Didn't love him. If you don't know who he is, he's from A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, one of my favorite romances, but he redeemed himself and I ended up absolutely like obsessed with him by the end of it. I wouldn't say Till Death Do Us Part, but put me in. Conrad and Jeremiah Fisher. Conrad, no, in the books, especially like the first one, like he's set obviously over his mother, like he knows that she's sick and he's kind of distant, but he's top contender. I wouldn't say Till Death Do Us Part though. I'll say put me in. I think he's a great character. I just don't think he's like top contender for me. He's not my favorite book boyfriend. Right, Jeremiah though, not my type. I'm trying not to go off based off the show, and I don't like the way that he was written in the third one, so absolutely not. If you haven't read it, spoiler, so skip like maybe 15 seconds. He cheated on her. Are we gonna ignore that? Not my type. Bye. Ledger. If I'm not mistaken, this is reminders of him. I love him. I love that he helped his best friend's child. Like, he took care of the child. Love that so much. He's a great guy. Absolutely adore him. Not my type, though. Hate to say it. Probably someone else's. Probably a lot of other people's, but just not mine. Connor Cobalt. Do I have to explain this one? Till Death Do Us Part and further. I love this man. He is my top from the Addicted series. And he is perfect. I don't even know how to explain it. I love his personality. I love his brain. He's just written... I love him. I don't have any words. Reich? Put me in. Declan, Kane. I think this is from not The Fine Print. I think he's Terms and Conditions. He's bland by. I think he was too similar to Rowan from the first one. Too broody, too similar. I got bored, too grumpy. Miles. Here's the thing. Put me in, but I don't want to be with him. This is ugly love. Wouldn't want to be with someone that is so hung up on their ex and their past and calls me their name, if you know what I mean. I think he's very toxic. Did I love the book? Yeah. Did I love them together by the end? Yeah. Would I want to be with someone like that? No. Thayer. He's from Confidence of Wildflowers. Love the story. I am one to read age gap, so like this doesn't bother me. Personally, not my type. I probably wouldn't go for someone that could be my father, but he's someone else's type, and also I think that he was great. I actually really liked him. He's very vulnerable for being the character that he was, but just personally not my type. Pike? Pike's from Birthday Girl. He can have potential, but put me in. Okay, next. Adam Carlson. Love Hypothesis. Love that book. Till Death Do Us Part. I loved him. I think he was so underrated. Honestly, he's not underrated because a lot of people put his name in. Personally, absolutely loved him. He had the right like kind of banter and he cared for her so much but wouldn't show it. But when he did, oh, I loved it. Fox? Potential. I like the way that he treated Hannah, I think her name was. This was from It Happened One Summer, Summer I Turned, no. Oh, Hook, Line, Sinker. I think it was the reason that he didn't want to be with Hannah. Like, he had too many excuses, and I was like, that's annoying. He had potential, though. Alex Volkov. I think he's from Lukov with Love. Oh, he is. I thought that was the guy from Lukov with Love. I was so confused. Okay, author needs therapy. I thought he wasn't in here. Sorry, someone did put him in. Listen, to each their own. Therapy though. Matthias, not my type, but King. Love him. He's from Six of Crows, Crooked Kingdom. Great character though. Kaz, Till Death Do Us Part. I know he would ride for me. He's a ride or die. Oh, and the things that he just thinks about Inej. Oh, I love him. Okay, Graham, All Your Perfects. I wouldn't do Till Death Do Us Part, but I think he's perfect. He's not my type. A little something happened, but he stood by that woman's side when she needed him, and I think he is absolutely perfect man. Fictional man. Oh my god, the end of that book. Oh, he's perfect. Atlas, bland. Bye. We did not get enough of him and it ends with us. I mean, I read that like literally 2.5 years ago, so I'm excited just to read It Starts With Us soon. I'm excited to get more of him in the next book, but I don't think we got enough of him for me to love him. Like, yeah, he treated Lily right, but do I have to say anything about this one? We know where this one's gonna go. Elliot is my dream fictional man, and I love him, and I think that he is perfect. I think his family is perfect. I think he's a great guy. Oh, I love him. And if you don't, low-key keep that to yourself because I love him, and like a lot. Okay, I'm not gonna explain myself with this. It's kind of weird though because it's like talking about fictional boys. Dean Holder, Hopeless. I love Hopeless. I think he has potential. I think more of the storyline, like him in the storyline was great. Him with Sky was great, but personally, like he wasn't like my favorite book boyfriend. I think he has potential to be up there, especially after reading Losing Hope. Oh, I loved him, and like the novellas and whatever. He's great. He's not like up there in book boyfriend world, but he's definitely good, and I definitely like him. One of the better men/boy characters Colleen has written. And here's another one, Ben Kessler. I saw, was it a TikTok? Something that he was very he was a manipulator. He has some toxic traits, like, we'll be honest here, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen them, I've read the book, but I absolutely loved that book, and this is gonna be very controversial, but I loved him. And I don't remember the book like that well. I remember like giving it 5 stars, and it's one of my top Colleen books, and we know that Colleen's book boyfriends are questionable, but I did love him. I'm not gonna speak further on that. Another one, Owen. I didn't like him. I think he was bland. I loved the book, but I don't know, didn't really love him. He's a great guy, just bland for me. Bland in comparison to other book boyfriends. Here are the Hawthorns. I actually spelled the last names wrong. We're ignoring spelling. Jameson though, put me in. Love him to death. This video comes out before my Inheritance Games readings vlog, so you'll get more in depth on that. I'm not going to speak too much on this, but I love him. Grayson though, I think he has potential. I don't think, and I'm going to be completely honest before we even get my Inheritance Games reading vlog, I don't think he got enough screen time, enough writing time in these books. I think he got, what's the word, gypped out, not gypped out, he got, I don't know the word. I think he got played, and I think he needed more writing time, more scenes, especially in the last one. I don't know what happened there. I think he has potential to be so good. Like, his personality, like, he could be so good. I need the other book on him, like, ASAP. Archer, I love him. I love him a lot. He's not my favorite book boyfriend, but he doesn't, it's not that he has potential to be better. Put me in, actually. He is a sweetheart. He's from Archer's Voice, and he ran in the rain to Bree's house. Is her name Bree? I think it's Bree. What more could you want? Bland by. This is gonna be a hot take, but I feel like other than Gus from Beach Read, which I read so long ago, so like it could be a different opinion now, Emily Henry's like bland. I don't know. Like, yeah, some quotes are good, but I remember him just like not being that great. Okay, Max in the Selection, not my type, but loved him. I was team Maxon the whole time. If you were team whatever the other guy's name was, sorry, you're wrong. Kidding. Everyone has their own opinions, but I loved Maxon. I think he was great. I don't really remember too much because I read this literally so long ago, but I loved him like a lot. Brendan, put me in. He's not my favorite. I wouldn't say he's my top book boyfriend, but I think he's great. I loved the way that he treated her. He helped not like change her, but like he helped her grow. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's great. Great guy. Kenji, till death do us part. He doesn't get enough acknowledgement, in my personal opinion. I think he deserves the world. I think he deserves the most perfect girlfriend, wife ever. He's probably the best character in the whole series, other than Aaron. Like, I love him and everything, but like, are we not going to talk about how great Kenji is? Rowan, potential. He was like too grumpy. I mean, the book was good. He's from the fine print. Better than his brother, but like still has potential. Like, he was texting her as if he was someone else. Like, grow up a little, you know? Sam, oh, I loved him. He was done, no offense if you haven't read Every Summer After, dirty. He's not my favorite though. Potential? For me, potential. I don't know how I would explain this. After the story, I don't like the little plot twist. I think he was done so dirty, but he has potential to be great. I think he deserves so much more. Cassian, till death do us part. I think Cassian is literally one of the best characters that came out of the ACOTAR series, and I haven't finished obviously yet, but I think that he also deserves the world, and I know he would ride for me and he would legit die for me. So till death do us part. Oh, Azriel, I think he is not my type, but he is a sweetheart. I love him. I feel like we already did Atlas. We did. Aaron Blackford, I did not like The Spanish Love Deception. I'm going for bland by. I did not like that book. I did not like him. Aaron Warner, put me in. Not till death do us part because he kind of scares me a little bit, but he is a top book boyfriend for me, just not like Connor Cobalt, Elliot Petropoulos, and those people at the top. Would he be though? No, I don't think so. He kind of scares me a little, but I love him. Wes Bennett, I know everyone loves Better Than the Movies, but it's not my favorite book, and I think he's too, I mean, he was great character. Loved the way he was written, but just too not my favorite. Not my favorite type of character. I don't know. The young adult romance boyfriends sometimes fall flat for me, and I think he was one of them, even though I loved him, and I loved him like at the end of it saying this was like our trope, whatever he said, but not my fave. Ravi, not my type, but he is also ride or die, as we know, if you've read the whole series of Good Girl Guide to Murder. If this was real world, again, that we're talking about, obviously this is so fictional that it's crazy that we even talk about them like this, as if they're real people. They feel like real people. He's been through a lot, you know? I think he just needs like to relax. Do you know what I mean? Charlie, haven't read, but I'm assuming, I don't know why I put him in there. I actually didn't read. I DNF Book Lovers, but from what I read, bland. Why? Wit. Summer Broken Rules, probably not my type or bland, because I don't even remember him. I remember that book, them randomly just like meeting in the beginning, and then all of a sudden they're dating, having sleepovers. I don't know, it was so like quick. Personally, bland. Garrett Graham, put me in. Oh, I love Garrett Graham. I think he is one of the best from the off-campus. I think my favorite, I don't think he's on here, but Logan's my favorite, or Dean De Laurentiis. I love those two, but Garrett is top, one of the top. I'd go to his hockey games. Gus, I loved him. I think he had potential. I remember reading it being obsessed with the book, but like right now thinking back on it, I don't think he's like my absolute favorite book boyfriend, but he was definitely like great in the book. Do you know what I mean? Rhys, till death do us part. He's up there with Cassian. I think he's looked at as if he's like hard exterior, mean, you know, he's got that reputation, but he, again, so many ride or dies on here. He, for his people, and obviously for Feyre, he is perfect, and I love Rhys. I think he is amazing. Oren Hale, again, he's not my favorite. He is same row as, yeah, Reich, put me in. I love how all of the male characters in the Addicted series are, I don't want to say the word loyal, and I also don't want to keep saying ride or die, but for their girlfriends and for their significant others are just so, what's a better word than that? I don't think there is. Like, so like soulmate, would do anything for them. So love him. He would literally drop the world for Lily. Nathan the cheat sheet, I don't really remember. I'm gonna put him in not my type. I actually liked that book like a lot. I think he has potential. It was not like most romances I read, like it was definitely closed door, a little cheesy, but it was a fun read. I remember reading it and I felt like a breath of fresh air because I read so many different kinds of romances, but I think he has potential. I don't really remember it, and I think that's why I'm saying this. If I read it again right now, I'd probably change my answer, but from what I remember, potential. Lucien, I think he has potential to yeah, I think his character development as it keeps going from where I am right now, I think he has potential to be a good book boyfriend if he ever gets the chance to be one. And he's one of my, like, low-key, one of my favorite characters from the series. So Samson, not my type. From Heartbones, I stick with my answer. Even before you find out like everything about him, even from the beginning, I don't know, he was just really suspicious. Oh my god, Josh from The Hating Game, bland. So bland. Next. Oh, we already have him. And we already have Atlas. So we have everyone up here. I'm glad we only have one in Author Needs Therapy, which is Alex from Twisted Love. And if you disagree with me, I don't know what to say. I think this is how I would feel. I think this is good. I'm not gonna like 100% stick with my answers. I would move these guys around depending on the day, you know, how I feel that week. I definitely would change some around. Sometimes I'm probably feeling a different book boyfriend than the other. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't like a set. Other than Connor Cobalt, Elliot, Rhys, I guess the top row, other than the top row, the other ones can be moved around, other than Alex Volkov, but anything else probably could get moved around a little bit, depending on how I'm feeling. Other than Bland by too, maybe, because they're bland. I'm gonna link this down below if you guys want to do your own tier ranking of book boyfriends, because this is fun. I love tier ranking just in general. I think it's fun to get your own opinions and whatnot and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed my opinions. I kind of just rambled. I don't even know what I said, so I hope that it all makes sense. This is how I feel for right now. This is in this moment, this is how I feel about these fictional men. Definitely do this on your own, because it's super fun. Let me know your favorite book boyfriends, your top, your least favorite. If it differs from mine, that could be fun. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you want me to tier rank anything else. I do want to tier rank Colleen books, but I'm waiting to read a few other ones. So if there's anything else you want me to tier rank though, let me know, because these are so fun to do and film. Just to see it all laid out, you know what I mean? Thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. I think I already said that. I'm like blacking out right now. I always spew in these videos and then don't know what I said. That's all for me. Have a great day. I will see you hopefully in the next one. Goodbye.